Hey, fellas and fellas. It's kind of a last minute little thing, you know. All righty. All right, bellas and fellas. So welcome back. Today, I'm going to be sharing 3 keys to goal setting with a purpose. Now, before I get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I make videos on personal growth, transformation, lifestyle design, pretty much how to create a life you absolutely love waking up to. So my name is Elizabeth Correia. I help women become a more confident version of themselves through wellness, personal development, entrepreneurship, and faith. I'm also the founder of The Sweet Spot, a speaking and coaching academy, and creator of 1000 Bellas, where we help women create a life, business, and body they love. First, thanks for taking the time to pop in on this holiday Monday. It's a holiday here, and I think just all of North America, pretty much, yeah. So as we're, kind of approaching the last quarter of the year, how many of you feel like you got all these ideas coming again, things you got to stop doing? How many of you are feeling a sense of overwhelm with kids going back to school? If you're in the US, I believe they've already gone back, I think. Right? End of August, last week of August. Here in Canada, I'm in Toronto. They're actually going back on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So you're probably, for my moms, my parents, you're probably feeling a sense of overwhelm, especially with the hustle and bustle that comes with our kids going back to school. For many of us, some of you are going back to work. Some of you have been off work, so you're going back to work as well. So you're not alone. Okay, you're not alone. I want to make that clear. It's not just you. You're not alone. And actually, studies show that that most people go into panic mode in September around this time because December is around the corner, and they begin to overthink on what they didn't do or what they want to do. Especially if you are an entrepreneur, you're thinking about your numbers, you're closing out projects, you're launching new ones. And look, we're in this together. We are all in this together. It's okay to feel overwhelmed right now. It's okay to feel like, oh my God, I've put on 10 pounds over the summer. I haven't been doing anything. I've been so distracted. It's okay. We've all been there. We are there. We're all in this together. You see, being dreamers and visionaries, we tend to have a lot of ideas, right? And having a lot of ideas can sometimes overwhelm us to the point that we end up not taking any action on any of them, right? Next thing you know, it's December. I haven't done anything. It's December. So my first key way to achieving your goal, the first way is to give it your word. Whatever that goal is, give it your word. So most of us say we want something, right? We say we'd like to make more money, get that dream job, create an exercise routine, eat healthier, have healthier relationships, but we haven't actually given it our word. We say it and we think it, but we don't really give it our word. And talking about it sometimes, right? Like, saying it to someone or saying it to yourself isn't enough. Talking isn't enough. We've been talking our bottoms off for far too long. I want to do this. I want to do that. I could have done this. I could have done that. I'll do that next week. I'll start next month. I'll start fresh in January. We've been talking our behinds off. How many of you said you were going to do something in January and the whole year went by and you used COVID or the lockdown as an excuse? When you honor your word, You build pride for yourself and respect from others. Seriously. And that's what I call integrity. It's integrity. If you talk it, you walk it. You take action. So when it gets hard, which it will, or you're not feeling, or you're feeling like not doing it because you're just not feeling it, you'll stay committed to what you really gave your word to. So write out your word. Stick it in places that you look at every single day, your bathroom mirror, your dashboard, your laptop, the inside of your front door. So, every time you're leaving the house, you see it. Every time you open up your agenda or your notebook, it's there. It should be in your face at all times. And most importantly, share it with an accountability partner. If you don't have one, find one. Find one. You can find one online, the power of social media. Maybe you've got a friend who's kind of has a similar goal, or someone who wants to accomplish something, who wants to, put something out there, start a movement, start a business, lose 10 pounds. I don't know. Find an accountability partner. Number 2 is get it and run with it. What do I mean by that? So many of us are information collectors. We're information junkies, right? Some of you call it, what was that word? There's another word. Not information junkies. Anyway, we've got all these amazing ideas, these gifts that we want to share with the world, goals we'd like to achieve, but we're addicted to collecting information just to sit on it and do nada. Information junkies. So get it and run with it. Subscribing to 50 newsletters and free webinars and training programs and, does nothing. It overwhelms us even more, right? We watch a couple of them, we take plenty of notes, and we move on to the next thing without doing anything with what we've already collected. That's super key. We forget to do one thing, which is take action. Any action you take must connect to your one thing, which is the one thing you gave your word to. So if you gave your word to something, take action one thing at a time. Take it and run with it. Put it out there, run with it. Collect whatever information you need to create that one thing that you gave your word to. So right now in this moment, don't start subscribing to newsletters and events and doing this and doing that if it's not connected to the thing that you gave your word to. So if it's to cut out soda, okay, what's the one thing that you're going to do to cut out soda? Well, stop buying soda, right? Don't have it in the house, right? Was it to start maybe a side hustle or a small business? Okay, what's the one thing you need to do now to make that happen? Well, research the industry. That could be number 1. Research, know the industry inside out. Know that industry. Once you have all that information, what's the next one thing? Remember, one thing at a time, right? Does that resonate with some of you? Let me put this on airplane mode, right? Does that resonate with some of you? So one thing at a time. Take action. One thing at a time, right? So get it out of your head and put it onto paper, right? Dump it all out on paper so that you can look at it, so that you can look at what you're thinking and dreaming about, right? It's got to come out of here, out of this big machine right here that holds like thousands of thoughts a day. You got to get it out of here and you got to put it on paper so that you can see it in front of you every single day so that it doesn't get lost or put on the back burner with all the other thousands of things and thoughts you have. Take that one thing and you put it on paper, the one goal that you gave your word to. Right? Take those ideas, write them in columns for each one, right? You've got 3 things. Okay, right at the top, each 3 columns, right? Do not pile them together, right? Draw out the columns, put the ideas at the top of the columns, like launch my makeup line. Boom, that's one column. Write my book, that's another column. Lose or gain, not everybody wants to lose weight, lose 10 pounds, that's another column. Then you write the tasks one by one underneath. And the start date and your end date. When do you want to complete this by? When? So keep in mind, some goals are ongoing. Like if you say start working out, start exercising, you're not going to say start exercising for a month. You want to exercise continuously. So if the goal is to, for instance, lose 10 pounds, write the date, instead of writing the deadline, the date that you want to lose it by. Right? Is there a date that you want to lose the weight by? Right? Bella, this is what pushes and motivates you or us. It's deadlines. We can't have goals with no deadlines, no start dates, no deadlines. What is that? Right? But you got to write the timeline of when you're going to start and complete it by. So have it accomplished by, achieved by. It doesn't mean if you lose 10 pounds, you go back to your old ways. No, but you got to have deadlines, timelines. And of course, include the tasks, right? What are you going to do to lose the 10 pounds? What are you going to do to launch the new makeup line or whatever it is, right? And it doesn't mean that those dates won't change. It doesn't mean that they won't change, but have an idea so that you can begin to work towards that goal. And some of those dates don't have to have a finished date. Don't forget that. They don't have to have a finished date, right? Working out, that's a lifetime commitment, right? So each goal needs an action plan, period. And when you've got all these things in your head and so much information, it's just impossible to be present with whatever it is that you're working on in the moment. It's impossible. I've tried it. We've tried this. We know this, right? Because there's no written plan. And by the way, I've attached a life planning workbook below, okay, right here for you to print out, okay? But you got to do the homework, right? You got to do the homework. Print it out, and get your goals, your dreams, your aspirations on paper. Answer each question, take time with yourself. You know, you can answer 1 or 2 a day, continue working on it tomorrow, but don't rush through this. All right. Now, the third key to goal setting that is a game changer, right? This is a game changer. This right here, okay, is wake up while the world is still sleeping. Yes. Wake up while the world is still sleeping. So when I was writing my book, I woke up every single morning for a few months to write every morning. I was raising a newborn at the time. I was caring for 5 foster teenage boys. I had my husband at the time to feed and also care for in many ways. So I knew that if I didn't make the time or cut out that time to write, chances are I wouldn't write. I wouldn't get it done. And I did this early in the morning. Early in the morning while the rest of the world was still sleeping, while everybody in the house was still sleeping. It was the most peaceful time to crush that goal, that one goal of completing my book. And this is why when I hear new moms say, well, I've got a newborn, I don't have the time, it's a lie. It's a lie that you've convinced yourself to believe. And it's a lie because at the time I was caring for 10 people in the home. There was 10 people living in the home. So that's a lie. It's a lie that we can convince ourselves to believe, right? In those moments of waking up early in the morning hours, I know it was God waking me up. I know that. Otherwise, I'd have a million excuses why I didn't want to wake up or have to wake up. It was God waking me up to be still, to create, and to have some quiet time with just Him. And any other time I've ever practiced this habit of waking up super early to work on whatever goal it was that I had or project, oh my goodness. The amazing, powerful feelings of inspiration that I get in those early hours, early morning hours, my goodness, it seriously makes for a supercharged, bad ASS day. I promise you, there are moments when I'm sitting there in stillness, whether it's 4:30, with no background noise, in tears, in tears. And I can't explain exactly why, but it just happens. It's tears of gratitude. It's just like a very special moment with just me and God, and the ideas and the visions sometimes that he just deposits into my spirit and my soul are just incredible. And so that's what I mean by I know it's him speaking to me. I know that. It's when I hear him the loudest and the clearest, right? I don't have 5, 6 tabs open. There's no horns beeping or cars driving by. No TV is on. There's no, traffic in the house. It's really the time when most of the world is still sleeping. It's a powerful hour. It's a moment to just be, accepting and depositing all of whatever it is that he has for you in that moment. Look, Queen, I promise you, morning stillness has secrets to tell you. Morning stillness, write that one down. Morning stillness has secrets to tell you. So stop thinking about the hours that you're going to lose if you wake up an hour or two earlier. An hour, stop thinking about that. I promise it won't make a difference. Okay, maybe you can go to sleep a little earlier, right? But don't think about what you're going to lose, the sleep you're going to lose. Just go to bed earlier. Shut it down. Force yourself. Go to bed earlier. It might take time to even get used to going to bed earlier, but do it just so that you can, gain the greatness, the amazingness, the awesomeness that the early morning hours has to offer you and gift you with. Just so, okay? In your payoff is the passion and purpose that you'll begin to do life with. That's your payoff, all right? Wayne Dyer spoke so often about the power of waking up between 3 and 4:30 a.m. In his book, The 5 a.m. Club. Super, super, super powerful book. He said it's, sorry, that wasn't Wayne Dyer. What am I talking about? No, Wayne Dyer does. Captain, grab that orange book right there for me at the top. The 5 a.m. Club. Right there, yes. Sorry. Robin Sharma definitely speaks about it in the 5 a.m. Club. One of the most powerful books I've ever read. Like, I've got notes all over it. Amazing book, changed my life. But Wayne Dyer also speaks on, the power of waking up between 3 and 4:30, whereas Robin Sharma talks about that power hour between 4:30 and 5. And what happens, when you start waking up at 5 o'clock. Oh my God, that was such a powerful year. That was 2 years ago when we started reading the 5 a.m. Club. Oh my God, it was just amazing. Or was it last year? Anyway, so Wayne Dyer basically says that waking up at that time is when you hear God's voice the loudest and the clearest. And I totally, totally agree. All right. For me, I hear him the loudest when I'm either in that hour, waking up super early, or when I'm by the water. Yeah, I just freaking love it. Right. So I know 100% that this is true. And if you do this, you know it to be true. If you already do this, this is true. All right. So Bellas, that is my 3 kick-ass ways to achieving your goals with purpose and on purpose. So give it your word, number 1. Number 2, do something with the information you're collecting. And number 3, wake up between 4, I'm going to say 6, okay? Because some people wake up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30 later, but between 4 and 6 a.m. All right? When you make room for self-care, it literally makes room for everything else you desire to do and be. Seriously, it does. It makes room for everything else you desire to do and be. All right, so I want to hear from you. Any questions, comments, ask away, comment below. Don't forget to click the link below. I'm going to attach it below to download your free copy of the Sweet Life workbook. All right, so we also have a 21-day transformation challenge starting tomorrow, September 19th, in our private women's Facebook group. I'll drop that link below as well. We'd love to have you in there. It's going to be so super dope. It's going to go, like I said, for 21 days, and it's a personal transformation challenge. All right, so I love you all. Thanks for sharing this space with me. Remember that you are the light of the world, so get out there and shine your light because, frankly, the world needs you now more than ever. All right? So comment, like, and share this video. See you soon. Ciao.